I've known Joe since 1979. Before I even was involved in the law or was a lawyer, he hired me as a paralegal.
I've known Joe for 25 or 30 years.
Whenever I got involved in the provision of legal services, somehow I met Joe Oelkers. I was on NOLAC's board many years ago, then became involved in the Access to Justice Committee with Marta Schnabel, and then when I was in leadership with the Louisiana State Bar Association, Joe was always there, he was always present, and he was always involved.
Joe is is totally dedicated to making sure that the poorest among us have a chance to be able to achieve justice at some points in their life.
He's dedicated to the concept of access to justice for the poor. He's been doing this work for 38 years. It's been primarily his life's work in terms of the law.
I would describe Joe as someone who's committed, who's focused, who knows what he wants to do.
His devotion to seeing that poor people have a way to get to court when they need to is what keeps this organization running and what motivates so many of his employees.
So Joe is not one of these guys who serves on this committee and serves on that committee and then takes this job and takes that job. Whatever Joe does it for life. And he's patient, he's persistent, he's a man of the people, and he just has a big heart, and he's just been dedicated to poor people in Louisiana for decades.
I don't know what drives someone to dedicate their entire life to working really at the grassroots level to provide legal services to those who can't afford it. I think it takes a very special person.
Well, Joe really started the Acadiana Legal Services program from scratch.
There were 9 or 10 law firms like Acadiana Legal Service in the state of Louisiana. They were all startup organizations funded by the Legal Services Corporation. And now there are 2.
The whole provision of legal services to those in need has changed dramatically over the last 40 years.
When Joe started, the bar didn't have the deep commitment to pro bono that it has now. And he has been maybe the leader in helping the bar transition into a place where a pro bono commitment and access to justice is just part of the DNA of being a lawyer in Louisiana.
And he's made certain to have a leadership role with the State Bar Association to ensure that there's always been buy-in by the 21 or 22,000 members of the Louisiana State Bar Association to how important it is for the provision of legal services consistent with the rules of professional conduct.
So legal services over the past couple of decades the funding's been up and down. Sometimes it's frozen, sometimes there's cutbacks. Joe has been very effective in making sure that the clients and the staff have some expectation that funding would stay there.
And Joe's managed to shepherd this organization through all those changes over nearly 40 years to see that his organization survived, his staff always had a job. Those sort of accomplishments don't show up on a resume, don't show up on an award or a plaque or a trophy that somebody gives you, but they're the things that make the difference to the people that are out there who need that help.
Congratulations, Joe. There's really nobody in Louisiana who's more deserving of recognition for access to justice issues in our state.
Joe, I am honored to be here on April 21st to see you receive the Calogero Justice Award. Congratulations, this is so well deserved, and bluntly, it's a little bit overdue. Congratulations, my friend.
Joe, on behalf of everyone who's ever worked at Acadiana Legal Service, Legal Services of Central Louisiana, and Legal Aid of North Louisiana, as well as the whole Louisiana justice community, congratulations on this richly deserved award, and thank you.